Hello and welcome back to Theme Park Enthusiast, and today I've got something a little bit different, and that something is operating the Smiler from the comfort of my home. If you don't know, the Smiler is a Gerstlauer infinity coaster located at the Alton Resort. It inverts riders 14 times, that being the most inversions on a coaster in the whole world. With all that said, let's jump on the computer and let's operate the Smiler. So here we go then, we're on Ride Sims 2. This is a totally free of charge website. All you have to do is log in and there's a wide range of simulations to play. There's UK rides such as Maelstrom, Apocalypse, Stealth. Some of them are unofficial, some of them are official such as Stealth at Thorpe Park. And you've also got Europe and American rides. So there's a wide range of different simulations to I guess operate. So here we go, there's all the bars here, so you've got home and we'll go on to simulators. And then once that loads, we'll head down to Smiler. So here's a wide, look, they've got Galactica on here, Vampire from Chessington 13, but today we're going to have a little look at Smiler. So there we go, we're on the Smiler simulation, and first things first, we've got to activate the power to the ride. So I'm going to turn that on, and there we go, and then we just got to press reset, and then we can choose whether it's maintenance mode or normal mode. So maintenance is basically you can add trains to the track, and you can turn the block sections on, so of course we're going to have to go maintenance mode first. And then we've got to turn on all the block sections to the ride, so this is where this is how you have multiple trains on the track. So we'll just turn them all on, and you can also press show blocks, which basically just shows you where all of the blocks are on the track. So I'm going to turn that off just because I prefer it when you can see the track. And what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 trains. I think we'll start off with 4 trains, and then we can add a 5th if we do get pretty good at it, but we'll add a train to it. So basically how a train transfers onto a track, or the track just goes left or right. There's a train stored just there, and then the train moves forward via kicker wheels or another power system, moves onto that track, and then the track sort of goes back and realigns with the normal track. So there we go, and to get another train on the track we've got to dispatch that one. So it's much easier if you do learn the keyboard functions, like the left arrow is to open the gates, the right arrow to shut the gates, and the space bar to dispatch the train. So it's much easier than trying to click on the screen or use a touch screen. But yeah, we'll add another train here, and then I think we'll get the ride open to the public. You've also got a main and single rider queue, as you can see up here, which is quite good. It's quite real to the actual, this is how you'd sort of operate it if you were a proper operator at Alton Towers Resort or at any other theme park. So we'll add that train, and we'll dispatch that one, and then we'll get people loaded onto it. So here we go then, we're going to open the Smiler ride. Here we go, so we're going to press open, and there we go. Our queue line is now open for operation. We've got single riders, and we've also got the main queue that's open. Come on, Alton Towers, we need to do some more single riders queue. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 people here ready. Oh, I've got to put it in. You remember, you've got to put it in normal mode if you do want to load people onto the cars. So I'm just going to press normal. I'm going to open the gates, and there we go. People are loading on. I'm going to close the gates just because there's basically nobody there. So here we go. We're closing the gates. Oh dear, so you can see we've had a little bit of a breakdown now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that the system's activated. And also, if you do have a breakdown, all you have to do is go into this little mechanic section, and then you just press call mech, and that will call the mechanics to the ride, and which will then fix the ride. However, in this situation, we do not need mechanics. All we need to do is press the maintenance button, go into the blocks, and we can press lift 1, and that train will start to move again, as you can see there. So here we go, we're going to close the gates for this one. Close the restraints, and we'll be ready to dispatch. And you can see there they've just had an interaction between the cars. So actually, as there's 2 lift hills on the Smiler ride, 1 towards the middle section of the ride, 1 at the beginning, and they should go up there at about the same time so that they crisscross between the track sections. So here we go, we're going to dispatch our first train full of members of public, and here we go, we've got a dispatch. And actually, if you do activate the sound, then it does do the dispatch sound for the second lift hill, and when you're dispatching the station into the indoor section of the ride. So here we go, restraints up for these people, and we'll load them on. Actually, sorry, we need to turn it back to normal so that we can get the people on. Gates open. Here we go. I think on the next train we'll actually have some single riders, so it mixes it a bit, because otherwise the single rider queue is going to become pretty long. And I think once this one gets down here, we'll be able to dispatch it. Once this first train full of public will get down here, I think we'll be able to dispatch this one, if I'm right. And here we go, we're dispatching our second train, and it's a dispatch. Quite good operations here so far. Not that we've had many people in the queue line, however, the main queue is on 0 and the single riders queue is on 5, so not many people in the queue. What I would like to see on ride simulators next is probably Oblivion or Shockwave at Drayton Manor. I think that'd be pretty cool to see on here, so there you go. Hopefully soon we'll be getting those rides done. But however, there's a wide range of rides that you should definitely check out on Ride Sims. It's basically all you have to search is Ride Sims 2, and then you come up and then you can just log in and you can play however many simulations you like for totally free of charge. So here we go. Shut the gates, and restraints closed, and then we can dispatch the train. And here we go once again, we're going to press the spacebar and we've dispatched the train, sorry. Also worth mentioning, it's not just new rides or current rides on Ride Sims, we've also got old rides such as Ripsaw at Alton Towers. That's no longer at Alton Towers, it's been replaced by Funkenfly, which is part of the Retro Squad. However, they have got older attractions here, which is nice to see, not just the current rides that are at the resort. What I think I'll do now is on the next one I'll add some single riders. I can't do it on this one because the public already loaded it, but I definitely will because the single rider queue is more than the main queue at the minute, so it's a rare sight to see. We'll open the gates. So you can also see in the corner here, I have built up my score pretty high. We're on 6,100, and I tell you what, that is nothing compared to the people on the leadership. I'll do a quick times lapse of me playing Ride Sims and trying to get quite a high score. I want to get to 10,000 by the end of this video, so hopefully we can do that. I mean, we got to 7,600 in like 4 minutes, so we should be able to do it pretty quick. So let's get these people on and let's get rid of the queue basically. So there we go, I've got to 10,700 points then. Didn't take me long at all really, only took me around 4 minutes to do. Yeah, it's a great simulation game, especially if you're into the Smiler or any rides. I'll show you some of the rides that they have to offer. So you've got Valhalla just there, you've got Apocalypse, you've got Ripsaw there, you've got Helix, you've got a monorail ride which is apparently hard. I will try that maybe a little bit later on. You've also got Spinball Whizzer, I have had a little go on that as well. That's quite a fun one to do because there's quite a lot of trains on there as well. You've got Rush, which is quite a hard one to do actually. Surprisingly, you can't just press left for forward, left to right, because it's got to build up the pressure or something on that one. So it is quite hard to do. Maelstrom I've done, that's probably one of my favourite ones to do, because you can actually control how much the pendulum spins and how far it goes up. So that's really quite a fun one to do as well. We've just done the Smiler, you've got Wicker Man on there, you've got Vampire, you've got Galactica, you've got Stealth, which is actually an official simulation that Thought Park and Ride Sims have come together to create. So it's definitely a website to check out. It's Ride Sims 2 and it's totally free of charge, and if you do want to become a supporter of Ride Sims, then you can just go to Patreon and you'll get early access to new simulations once they come out. So there we go. If you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing, as I make theme park content every week for you to enjoy. And with all that said and done, thank you for watching Theme Park Enthusiast, and go and have some fun on Ride Sims. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
To the Smiler. The Smiler, the world's first 14-looping roller coaster. Book now at altontowers.com.